is the value of truth, Master?
It binds one to the reality of oneself.
This is hard for me to understand.
So is truth. Hard to understand. Except that which cannot be spoken.
But should I not always speak the truth? No matter what the consequences?
Recognize that all words are part false and part true, limited by our imperfect understanding. But strive always for honesty within yourself.
Arise calmly, Grasshopper, and brush the indignity off your trousers. You fought blindly, Grasshopper. A sickly maiden could have beaten you.
Yes, Master Po. Forgive me.
Forgive yourself. You have suffered for it. What is the cause of your anger?
It is anger at myself.
Yes, but what is the reason?
For being a coward.
Ah. When did you discover this about yourself?
Yesterday, when Ho Fong and I were attacked by 5 big bullies in the marketplace. He was struck first, and I, out of fear, did nothing to help him.
You were 2 boys against 5 larger than yourself. What do you think you should have done?
Fought back and tried to help my friend.
Ah, yes, Grasshopper, that would have been heroic.
You agree, then, that I was a coward?
What is cowardice but the body's wisdom of its weakness? What is bravery but the body's wisdom of its strength? The coward and the hero march together within every man. So to call one man coward and another brave merely serves to indicate the possibilities of their achieving the opposite.
Training in the martial arts is for spiritual reinforcement, but it is based on self-defense. Disciple Cain, when you are attacked by more than one person, the enemy should be allowed to make the first move and thus create the beginning of his downfall.
My father, they were dead. I could not save them.
You were only a small boy.
But after that, I could no longer be a small boy.
The mountain is beautiful with snow, but after it loses its snow, green grows from underneath. In every loss, there is gain. As in every gain, there is loss. Grasshopper, do you understand that? Self-pity does not become you.
How do you know what I feel?
Your response is anger, not at me, but at your parents for dying and leaving you alone. Do not make me responsible for that, or I shall become angry in return.
I don't care about you.
Do you not, Grasshopper?
Master?
Young Cain, when I was a boy, I fell into a hole in the ground and I was broken and could not climb out. I might have died there, But a stranger came along and saved me. He said it was his obligation, that for help he had once received, he must in return help 10 others, each of whom would then help 10 others, so that good deeds would spread out like the ripples from a pebble in a pond. I was one of his 10, and you became one of mine. And now I pass this obligation on to you.
My name...
Grasshopper, are you fishing in our lily pond?
No, Master. I see something which puzzles me.
Good. Tell me.
The stick is straight, yet in the water it seems to bend.
That is not a puzzle, Grasshopper. It is only something you do not yet know.
Is what I see so unimportant?
Do you not know that what you see is made of reflections sent back to your eyes like a ball thrown against a wall?
But why does the stick seem to bend?
The same ball is thrown against 2 different walls, the water and the air. Your eye is deceived.
I'm sorry, Master. I still do not understand.
Look closer. You will see some things clearer. Perhaps you will see other things you do not know at all. But the puzzle, Grasshopper, that is to find the way so that others may see you. What have you found?
A spider, Master. It has trapped a fly. Should I destroy his web?
Why?
So it will not make a prison for other living things that were free.
Look more closely, Grasshopper. Were you to destroy this web, would not the spider, knowing no other way, build another?
Yes, but I cannot kill the spider.
Look more closely still. Is not the spider also trapped by its own web?
Yes, but if I do nothing, it will capture more living things, make them prisoner, and kill them.
You are concerned then with the fly to which nature has given wings, that it may move about freely?
It is cruel to see it made a prisoner.
Still you do not see. Which is truly the prisoner? The fly which, moving freely, enters unknown danger? Or the spider which, having spun its web, remains, never knowing the pleasure or the danger of the fly? What beautiful image have you made, Grasshopper, to please your eyes?
The branch of a tree.
Is not painting the joyful reaching out of a man so filled with beauty that there is not room enough in him to contain it?
Master, I do not know if I should speak of what it is that troubles me. I have seen a girl. Her hair is soft and rich. Her voice liquid. Her eyes bewitch me. My sleep is filled with restless dreams. My wakefulness with longings. How shall I know if this is love?
What do you see?
2 glasses joined together. One filled with sand.
One only?
The other is empty.
Look. To know love, be like a running brook, which deaf, yet sings its melody for others to hear. Feel the pain of too much tenderness. Awake at dawn with a winged heart, and give thanks for yet another day of loving. Empty yourself, and yet be filled. An old man tells you, this is how to know love.
Tell me, what makes the shadow?
The arm of the sundial.
But what of the sun?
Yes, the sun. Both help us. They tell us time.
Yet does not that sundial, standing in the way of the sun, defeat its light?
Master, I do not understand. Like many things you teach me, it is a contradiction.
Shoot the arrow. Which brings it to its target, the bow or the arrow? Launched, the arrow has no choice but to seek its target. Yet, without the arrow, the bow is an empty promise of flight.
Still, I do not understand.
When you must choose between one good and another, or one evil and another, remember this. If men would contend with you, seek not their death, but choose your own life.
Master, I have been to the temple of the sorcerer Lu. I followed him thinking to learn great secrets. I ran away.
Before you learned his great secrets?
He cursed me, as he cursed the boy who died. Now, I shall die. Will this lift the curse?
What do you see in the mirror?
The flame of the candle.
Is the mirror harmed by the flame?
No, Master. It only reflects it.
Be like the mirror.
How am I to do that?
Allow no evil to pass through you. Reflect it to its source.
Then shall I be safe?
Go and sleep, Grasshopper. What is it, Grasshopper?
Master Po, I have been troubled.
I have sensed that in you these past days. While your body has been healing, your spirit has sickened.
It is because I have done nothing about the murder of my parents.
And what do you propose to do?
Find General Chung. Kill him.
You, a boy, not yet a man, against the ruthless warlord and his soldiers?
If I could find him alone, it could be done.
And being done, what do you derive?
Satisfaction.
Is there now more or less light in this chamber?
There is less.
Is it not more important that you find yourself than a killer of men? Would your parents not wish you to go forward to life and light, rather than backward to death and darkness?
How do I find myself and the light?
By taking the path that leads to the truth.
Will you help me walk the path?
I can only point the way, Grasshopper. You must walk the path yourself. Your final test, the urn of the two symbols, the dragon and the tiger. When you can walk in this corridor, the inner path to the outer world, and can push the urn aside with your forearms, you will bear its markings with you for the rest of your life.
Hundreds of pounds of burning coal and iron. How can I, Master? Having only the strength of a man and the weaknesses.
It is because you are a man that you can do this, Grasshopper.
I do not understand.
As the softest clay in time becomes the hardest brick, a fragile leaf, the diamond. As a stream of fiery ore freezes into unbending iron, so too may a man ascend to himself. How? By slowly forging the chi within yourself. The bond between the finite and infinite, the inner essence of your spirit and the limitless power of the universe.
How can I do this?
You will have found your strength and the source of your survival. You will be free.
Master, I am troubled.
Why?
My parents are long dead. General Chung is tumbled from his arrogance and power. Yet within me, anger boils as water in a heated pot.
Observe the daylily. Each morning with the warmth of the sun, it opens in lovely blossom. Each night, it closes.
I do not understand. What has a flower to do with my anger?
Once, your anger warmed you. And like the flower, you opened to it. That is long past. It is night.
Am I then to do nothing, feel nothing, be still?
Still water is like glass. It is a perfect level. A carpenter could use it. The heart of a wise man is tranquil and still. Thus it is the mirror of heaven and earth, the glass of everything. Be like still water. You look into it and see yourself.